Today we visit a pawn shop as it sits forlornly on a busy street, its faded sign barely visible through the grime. Dusty windows obscure the treasures within, hinting at forgotten stories and lost dreams. Elias approaches, his determined expression a stark contrast to the shop's weary facade. His eyes are fixed on the entrance, a singular purpose driving him forward. A pawn shop sits forlornly on a busy street, its faded sign barely visible through the grime. Dusty windows obscure the treasures within, hinting at forgotten stories and lost dreams. Elias approaches, his determined expression a stark contrast to the shop's weary facade. His eyes are fixed on the entrance, a singular purpose driving him forward. The pawn shop bell chimes, announcing Elias's arrival into a world of forgotten treasures and dusty relics. Guitars lean against walls. Jewelry glitters faintly, and old tools whisper tales of bygone eras. The air hangs heavy, with a scent of dust and the lingering echoes of forgotten dreams. Elias pauses, taking in the chaotic beauty, a silent observer in this theater of discarded memories. Each item pulses with untold stories, awaiting rediscovery in the dim, cluttered space. Inside the dim pawn shop, Elias approaches the counter, a palpable tension in his posture. He places a stack of $100 bills onto the scarred surface, the sound echoing in the musty air. $1,000 of fortune laid bare, a silent plea in the heart of the shop. His face is a canvas of conflicting emotions, hope flickering against a backdrop of deep anxiety. Each bill represents a gamble, a desperate chance weighted with unspoken fears. Inside the pawn shop, a grizzled pawnbroker scrutinizes the money with experienced, world-weary eyes. The light catches the dust motes dancing around him. His gaze shifts, sharp and calculating, as he looks up at Elias. A skeptical eyebrow arches, a silent challenge hanging in the air. The shop is filled with items of forgotten value. Elias stands tense, awaiting the pawnbroker's judgment. In the dim pawn shop, Elias gesticulates wildly, his figure framed by dusty shelves under the flickering fluorescent lights. He describes the SPY ETF, his words a torrent of financial jargon, eyes gleaming with manic energy. His voice softens as he details the savings account, a brief moment of calm in his fervent pitch. Elias speaks of the biotech stock, his voice now laced with a palpable nervous energy. The pawn shop bell chimes, a mundane interruption to Elias's intense monologue. Lost in his plan, Elias barely acknowledges the customer, his focus solely on the unfolding scheme. Inside the modern office, a large screen glows with a steady upward trajectory. SPY ETF. The future unfolds. Numbers tick incrementally, each rise a silent promise of gains. The graph's ascent reflects calculated risks and strategic victories. The ETF's progress embodies ambition and foresight. Each data point on the screen is a step toward unprecedented success. The glowing screen casts its light, illuminating the path to a lucrative future. Inside the bank, daylight streams in, illuminating a digital display. Numbers climb steadily, reflecting a savings account balance. The account represents a small but growing financial security. Each digit added is a testament to diligent saving. The glow of the screen promises a stable future, a reliable buffer built one transaction at a time. In a bustling laboratory, scientists in white coats work with focused intensity, test tubes bubbling. The scene embodies Genesis, a biotech firm where ambition and innovation converge. Each experiment carries the weight of high stakes, the potential for great reward. The atmosphere is charged with possibility, a sense of groundbreaking discoveries on the horizon. Here, science and fortune intertwine, promising a future as unpredictable as it is lucrative. Inside the cramped pawn shop, dust motes dance in the dim light, illuminating forgotten treasures. Chuckles, his face, a roadmap of time, leans forward, eyes gleaming with shrewd amusement. His gaze sharpens, assessing the newcomer with practiced ease. A knowing smile plays on his lips as he prepares for the negotiation. Ambition and caution, eh? A rare mix, Chuckles remarks, his voice raspy with age and experience. Inside the cluttered pawn shop, Elias is lost in thought, ignoring the pawnbroker. Elias calculates potential returns, his mind racing with numbers and possibilities. A receipt is clutched tightly, a symbol of hope and anticipation. The pawn shop buzzes with quiet desperation, a silent testament to lives intertwined with fortune. Elias emerges from the dim pawn shop, squinting as he steps onto the sun-drenched street. The harsh sunlight glares, reflecting off the glass storefronts. Clutched tightly in his hand is the pawn shop receipt, a beacon of fragile hope. His determined stride carries him forward, a man on a vital mission. The receipt flutters slightly in the breeze, a symbol of a new beginning. Elias walks down the bustling street, a sea of indifferent faces passing him by in the bright daylight. The shops blur into a vibrant backdrop as he strides forward, lost in thought. In his mind's eye, he sees a vision of the future, 10 years stretching out before him. He imagines the potential, the investments growing, promising a future far removed from the present. The modern apartment gleams, sunlight catching on steel and glass. Elias, absorbed, monitors his investments on a sleek computer screen. The numbers climb, a silent testament to success. The SPY ETF graph charts a steady, unwavering ascent. A subtle smile plays on Elias's lips, satisfaction evident. The apartment reflects a life meticulously built, brick by digital brick. Sunlight floods a comfortable home, promising peace and security. Through the window, a lush garden hints at a life well tended. The warm light embraces the room, a soft kiss on every surface. A testament to the rewards of careful financial planning, a tranquil haven, bathed in golden, hopeful light. The scene radiates a quiet, contented joy. In a hopeful flash forward, recovering patients now sit up, smiling, a montage of resilience filling the hospital ward. Doctors and nurses beam with exhaustion and pride, their faces reflecting the triumph of healing. Monitors beep steadily, charting the rise of life as the ward pulses with renewed energy. On a nearby screen, Genesis stock skyrockets, mirroring the soaring hopes within the hospital. An empty room stands as a silent testament to Genesis's failure, devoid of life. The stock price plummets relentlessly to zero, marking the ultimate collapse. The stark, unyielding fall serves as a harsh reminder of the inherent risks. The emptiness echoes the shattered dreams and lost fortunes, a visual epitaph. Elias sits alone on a park bench, lost in thought, as the joyful sounds of children fill the air around him. His gaze is distant, unfocused, as he watches the carefree children, a stark contrast to his inner turmoil. Shadows of doubt cross his face, his expression troubled. He murmurs, unheard, wrestling with uncertainty. The vibrant park fades into a backdrop for Elias's quiet struggle. Sunlight filters through the trees as Elias sits on a park bench, lost in contemplation amidst the rustling leaves. A gentle breeze whispers through the park, carrying the scent of damp earth to where Elias sits, deep in thought. The weight of his decision settles heavily, etched onto Elias's face as he considers the path ahead. Elias understands inaction guarantees failure, a stark realization that sharpens his resolve. He recognizes this moment as his opportunity, a pivotal chance to seize control of his destiny. A determined glint sparks in his eyes. He must act, embracing the challenge with newfound courage. Inside his sparsely furnished apartment, Elias pores over financial charts on his laptop, his brow furrowed in concentration. Lamplight casts long shadows across the room, highlighting the stark simplicity of his living space. A determined look hardens his features as he navigates the complex data, seeking opportunity in the numbers. The quiet hum of the laptop fills the room, a silent testament to his relentless pursuit of success. In the quiet of his apartment, Elias shuts down his laptop, his expression a complex blend of hope and apprehension. He rises, the subtle creak of his chair the only sound. Drawn to the window, he pauses, his silhouette framed against the dark glass. A sea of city lights stretches before him, each a tiny spark in the vast night. The distant hum of the city fills the room, a constant, subtle reminder of the world outside. He stares out, lost in thought, the city's glow reflecting in his eyes. Under the cloak of night, Elias strides through the city, a silhouette against a backdrop of bustling traffic. The distant wail of sirens pierces the night, a constant reminder of the city's pulse. Elias moves with a determined stride, each step echoing with purpose. In the heart of the urban chaos, Elias walks with a palpable sense of control. Bathed in morning light, Elias sits at his desk, the soft glow illuminating his focused face. A sudden email notification flashes on his laptop, breaking the calm. His eyes dart to the screen, a flicker of anticipation in his gaze. With a hesitant click, he opens the email, his heart pounding. The glow of the screen reflects in his wide, expectant eyes. Elias leans in closer, a mix of hope and trepidation etched on his face. Sunlight bathes Elias's apartment, illuminating a hopeful smile on his face. A genuine smile spreads across Elias's face. Charts and graphs display exponential growth. Elias beams with relief as investments soar beyond projections. The room is filled with the tangible sense of financial triumph. Elias's eyes sparkle with newfound optimism. Sunlight bathes the majestic city skyline, a sprawling tableau of steel and glass reaching for the heavens. Skyscrapers pierce the clouds, monuments to ambition and the relentless pursuit of dreams. From this vantage, the city pulses with life, a million stories unfolding in its streets. Each building represents a step in Elias's journey, a beacon of hope and future triumphs. The cityscape is a testament to human potential, a canvas upon which Elias will paint his legacy. The city breathes, a living entity mirroring the aspirations that burn within Elias's heart. Elias strides past the pawn shop, his confident gait a stark contrast to the humble setting. A casual glance betrays a flicker of memory, a silent acknowledgement of his past struggles. The pawn shop stands as a stone marker, symbolizing his journey from hardship to success. His stride lengthens, determination etched on his face, a silent vow to never return.